Hello, I'm Pure Light. Welcome to another episode of my Christmas countdown. Today we're opening day 20 of my Minecraft advent calendar. So, press the button. Hey! What do we get? It's a block of obsidian. And today we're going to be looking at some different nether portal ideas. My nether portal here on the Crafting for Christ server is looking, well, a bit basic, frankly. But there are lots of possibilities for decorating our nether portals to look a little bit more exciting. As well as this one down here, I've got another one up at the station which leads to the nether roof. And I think that one looks a little bit more decorative. Here in my tram terminal building, I've got a bit of a bigger portal that I think I've decorated rather better. We've hidden away the obsidian behind these brick walls, and we've got some trapdoors and stairs to help shape the entrance, and some copper bulbs at the back there. And if we go through, you'll see what it looks like on the other side. So here we are, up on the nether roof, and this portal isn't nearly so big as the one on the other side, but it's still a little bit bigger than the standard 2x3, and I've just decorated it to look a little bit like some of the buildings in my base. So I've used some spruce and some acacia wood to make the main structure, given it a little roof with those stripes of colour, and then on the ground we've got some slabs and some carpets. So hopefully it'll be obvious where you're going when you head through this portal. Of course, portals aren't limited to just the 2x3 size. I think this portal in my single player world is probably the biggest one I've ever made. I think it's probably 19 blocks wide and 19 blocks high, something like that. And it's decorated to look a bit like a Stargate. But it's really quite fun having such a large area to decorate. And as you can see, I've made a bit of a garden to welcome you to the area when you arrive. The portal from this jungly area is way over there, up in the tower. We put the tower nice and high up so that it would connect with the corridors leading to my nether hub. The portal at spawn is actually tucked away behind the building. As you can see, it's down this little corridor. And this takes me into the nether, into this bit of my nether hub. As you can see, the room for my nether hub is not huge, and it's just got this fairly modest sized portal in the middle and 4 corridors leading off in the different directions that I might need. So if we hop back into this one at my main base, see that this portal is also tucked away into a wall out of the way. Portals can be inside your buildings, of course, as well, and integrated into the furniture around. Or they can be decorated and made into a bit of a feature of the room, like this one. In this world, the nether portal is right at the top of this rather crazy looking tower. If we head inside, and the reason this one is quite so high up is because it leads to the nether roof. And we can go up to the top using a bubble column. And then through the portal. And where you've got portals on the nether roof, it's particularly important to do some spawn proofing, because otherwise this lovely area that doesn't spawn anything will suddenly start spawning ghasts and piglins and all the rest. So all I've done for decorating this one is a few stairs and slabs and walls. Nether portals allow us to take long journeys to distant lands. And in the Christmas story, we also find some people who took a long journey to a distant land. We know them as the wise men, or the magi. And today's verse tells us about their visit. So here's our book for day 20, and the verse from Matthew chapter 2, verse 11. On coming to the house, they saw the child with his mother Mary, and they bowed down and worshipped him. Then they opened their treasures and presented him with gifts of gold and frankincense and myrrh. At the end of their long journey, the wise men found what they were looking for. And did you notice they hadn't come all that way just to see a celebrity or a king? When they saw him, the Bible tells us they worshipped him. And they did that because they recognised that in this child, God himself had come to us. Thanks for watching. Join me again tomorrow to open the next day of my Christmas countdown. Bye!